Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my video. So we're gonna do another video on a 12-volt kettle. Just got this. This is a bigger kettle than the one I had last time I did a video on. That kettle, I'm gonna do an update on that. It's taking me 30 minutes to actually boil water, and it's not even boiling, it's like simmering. But this kettle right here is a hell of a lot bigger than the other kettle. It's not gonna fit in a cup holder. This is what it looks like. This is what it came with. All right, it came with a fuse, and it came with this, and we're gonna see how long it takes to boil water. I'm probably gonna return it because it's like too big for what I actually want to do with a kettle. Something that I want to use when I'm on the road or whatever. It's probably just a little bit too big. If it was just a little bit smaller, it'd be different. I might just get a fire maple kettle. It's probably a lot faster. It's probably a bit smaller, and I could probably use it on the road or whatever for like a quick boil. But we're gonna do a test. This is how big it is. Either that or my phone is just zooming in. I'm not quite sure, but we're gonna do a test on this, and we're gonna do a test to see how fast water boils with this. But stay tuned. All right, I'm gonna hook this up, put some water in, and we're gonna do a time test on how fast it boils. Now, when a lot of these kettles in the description, when they say it boils water, this actually has like a little thing that a little LED or whatever that tells you if it's red, it's still boiling. When it's green, it's already boiled. It's at that temperature, boiling temperature. But when it says boil, normally it's like it's simmering, like a really, it's like a really, it's simmering. It's not boiling. Like the other one I had, 12-volt mug or whatever, it says it's supposed to boil, but after 30 minutes, it's more like a simmering. It's not really a boil. Let's see if this actually boils. Let's see if like the top actually boils. All right, guys, stay tuned. All right, guys. So, the water capacity, I think it's 1,200 milliliters or whatever it is. It's about 900. I mean, it's not. This is pretty huge on the outside, but it's pretty. It looks pretty. It's not small on the inside, but it's a lot smaller than what the description says it is. But not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me. It's just that it's on the outside, it's just a lot. This feels like a kettle. It's not something that you would use if you needed something for like coffee or cup of noodles or whatever on the road where you want to like make something real fast. Well, not real fast, but if it's something that's storable to you, this might be a little bit too big. All right, guys, so I filled this up close to the top. I'm not using this water for anything, so I didn't want to, but it's close to the top. Let's see if it actually boils. It's 12:17 right now, and I just plugged it in. It's red. All right, I'm gonna check back with you. Every 20 minutes. It says it's supposed to boil in 25 minutes. Everything I've seen in the video says it boils around the 40-minute mark. But it'll tell you when it's at the boiling stage, when it turns green. So we'll see how fast this boils. That's not even hooked up to one of these car amp 12 volts that's set up to a fuse. All right, so but there is a fuse connected to this. So this is my own 12 volt setup that I had, and I put this whole 12 volt setup in that's directly linked to the battery, because I was hoping that it would boil water faster for the other 12-volt kettle that I bought, and I actually maxed out the fuse on that, and it still took like 20 minutes to boil. So I'm not quite sure what the deal is with that, but we'll see. All right, guys, so it's 1:36 and it's still red. One thing I like about this is that there is actually an indicator of when it, when it's boiling, when it turns green. I'm pretty much an impatient person, so just trying to guess at it sometimes just frustrates me. But we'll see. I think I started out at 12:17. 27, 30. It's about, I think it's like 20 minutes so far. It's still red. Let's see. All right, guys, so just checking back. It's 12:46. It's about 30 minutes, 1 minute from 30 minutes, and it is still red. So it's still working, and I'm going to check back just to see. When it starts boiling, it's warm on the outside, a little bit warm on the outside, not hot. It's a little bit warm on the outside, and we'll check back. All right, guys, so it's 12:56, and this is still in the process of boiling. It's a little bit warmer. Now it's about 30 minutes, 1 minute from 30 minutes. It's gonna probably take like 40 minutes, but the top is a little bit warmer. It's a little bit warmer, so we'll see how much longer it takes before this turns green. All right, guys, so it's 1:06, and I believe it's like 40 minutes. Yeah, I believe it's 40 minutes. I kind of lost track of this because I've been on my phone, but it's pretty hot. Well, not pretty hot, but it's warmer than before. Just to give you a little context, 50 degrees out, but inside the car, it's pretty warm inside the car. I'd say maybe like 65 inside the car. And this thing is still heating up. Now, the top of it is hot, which I'm surprised, that the top of it is hot. Normally with these kind of kettles, the bottom would be hot because the heating element is on the bottom, but the top of it is hot. It's still, the light is still red. It's a good 40 minutes, and hopefully, unless something is broken, it should be green at this point. I'm returning this. I can't, situations like these. I mean, I got the smaller one. It takes 30 minutes to boil up, but this one's taking about 40 minutes. It should turn green pretty soon. All right, I took the top off. It's at a simmering stage. I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point it's considered boiling. At this point, you guys could consider it boiling. Because after 30 minutes, this is what the point of with the smaller kettle that I had, this is when it was boiling. But it's still way too big for me to keep this. I mean, I'm looking for something that's. I mean, I could actually do a couple noodle with this at this point, which I will be doing. Because it's kind of boiling in that, but it's still red. So let's see how long it takes for this to turn green. All right, guys. So it's about 1:11 right now. It's still red. I mean, it's boiling, kind of boiling. So I'm just gonna end this video right now. I don't think it's gonna turn green. Maybe something in electronics is broken on here. The mark of which it says it's boiling. I think boiling is 210 degrees, but I'm gonna have some noodles. It's good enough. I know for a fact that it's good enough to soften the noodles. But it's now at the 50-minute mark, close to the 50-minute mark, 40 something minutes. and I think it did boil. I think it did hit the boiling mark at around 40 minutes. Not sure, but I'm gonna have this bowl of noodle. I'm gonna end this review now. I'm not gonna give it a negative. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna give it a thumbs down or whatever. All I know is I was hoping for something that's a little thinner so that I could actually put it in my cup holder, but it's not that thin. It's pretty big. Now it actually turned green right now. It's just now at 1:12, so it's a little bit over 12 minutes. So it's at that boiling temperature. It's reached it. It probably reached it before, and I don't know how that whole electronics works as far as reading this, but it's at the boiling point. I'm not going to give it a negative thumbs. I'm not going to give it a thumbs down. I'm not going to say it's a negative thing. It's just a little bit too big for what I want to use it for, I think, at this point. So, I'm going to say it's not for me, but if you actually wanted something that boils water and you could keep this around, it's just a little bit bigger for like an SUV cup holder. And it's definitely not gonna fit in a regular cup holder in your car if you have like a smaller vehicle. But I'm gonna give this a pretty good. I'm gonna give this for what it is. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 for what it is. I mean the boiling mark, as far as the time it takes to boil, is a lot longer than I normally would have hoped or wished that it could have been. But still, this is a little bit too big for what I want to use it for. So I don't know. I might just return it. I'm not quite sure. It holds a good amount of water. If you want to make soup, you might be able to cook with it as far as spaghetti and all that stuff. Might be able to do all that stuff. But I was hoping that it'd be a little bit thinner. But I'm going to give it a thumbs up, even though it took about 40 minutes to boil. I mean, stuff like this is 12 volt. 12 volts. So I think I started at 12:17. Lost track. But, for what it does what it's supposed to do. For a 12 volt, it's not too bad. I'm not going to complain about it. If it took like an hour and a half to boil, it's a whole different story. It holds a pretty good amount of water if you actually need that amount for for hot water purposes. You could probably put some eggs in here, hard-boiled eggs, do hard-boiled eggs after like 40 minutes. You could probably do like packets of soup or whatever. But for me, for my uses, it might be a little bit too big. I don't know. I don't know whether to keep it or not. I don't know whether to keep it or not. I don't know how long it holds. I don't know how long it's gonna hold the heat. Considering I can feel the warmth from the outside. So I don't know. I don't think it's insulated. I don't think they put that much work into it. I think it heats it up. It's good. You could, if you got a different setup, it might be something that's good for you. So for me, I'm gonna give this a thumbs up, even though I was a little bit disappointed at how long it took to boil the water, because they said 20 minutes.